Good afternoon. We'll be starting the AGM in just a moment. Make sure that you are comfortable, and I believe that most folks have had a chance to sign in. So I'll just give you another 15 seconds or so. Okay, hi, and welcome to the 2023 AGM for the Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC. My name is Shirley Paulson, and I'm your technical host today. Thank you for joining us. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Lisa McGuire, CEO of the Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC.
Thank you, Shirley, and welcome all. We're pleased you could join us for the 2023 Annual General Meeting of the Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC. Today, I'm joining you from the Fraser Valley office of the Manufacturing Safety Alliance of British Columbia, located here in Chilliwack on the traditional and unceded territories of the Stolo Coast Salish people. I am grateful for the opportunity to speak to you from these shared lands here today. The AGM is led by our board chair that I have the honor of introducing this afternoon, Nick Riak, Chair of the Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC Board of Directors. Welcome, Nick.
Thank you, Lisa, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 Annual General Meeting of the Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC. I'd like to confirm, as mentioned in the AGM notice package, which all of members received, that this meeting is being conducted as a virtual or electronic meeting as permitted by the BC Societies Act and the bylaws of the association. There are only a few people attending the meeting in person. I'd like to thank the members who have submitted proxies for the meeting. Carrie Pratt will act as recording secretary of the meeting. The scrutineer of the meeting is Jennifer Weed. The BC Societies Act requires that members be given at least 14 days notice of any general meeting. The notice of this annual general meeting, attached information circular, and form of proxy were mailed to the members of the Alliance on May 4th, 2023. Therefore, proper notice of the meeting has been given. The quorum requirements for a general meeting of the members of the Alliance are outlined in the bylaws of the Alliance. The bylaw defines the quorum to be 10% of all eligible members. The scrutineer has confirmed that a quorum is present. With the requisite notice of the meeting having been duly given and a quorum being present, the AGM is duly constituted, and we can now move forward with the relevant business. I will explain the voting process at this meeting. To make or second a motion or to vote yes, click the raise hand icon in the webinar controls. Click raise hand again to lower your hand. The recording secretary will tally the votes and I will indicate whether a motion has been passed or rejected. If you have any questions, please submit them through the chat field at this time. The first item on the agenda is the election of 8 people to act as directors of the association. They will join the 6 existing directors on the board, whose term of office does not expire until next year's AGM. Together, they will constitute a full slate of 14 directors as contemplated in the Alliance bylaws. I am advised by the Nominations Committee that the following people have been nominated to act as directors of the Alliance. This recommendation of the Nominations Committee has been accepted by resolution of the Alliance directors. You have the candidates' information in your AGM prospectus, and they are Leslie Bradley, Garnett Zimmerman, Andy McEachern, Sean Tucker, Vince Sciamana, Terry Holiski, Amit Golan, and Monica Peregrino, my apologies. These persons have consented to act as directors. It is proposed that they be elected for a 2-year term expiring at the 2025 AGM. The election of 8 persons nominated by the Nominations Committee and approved by the directors will be conducted by a single vote. I will now call for a motion by raised hand to approve the election of 8 nominees as directors of the Alliance. Thank you, Ken. Will someone second the motion? Thank you, Mark Bunce. Everyone can lower their hands. Great. We are now voting on the motion to elect the 8 nominated persons as directors of the Alliance for a term of 2 years. Your votes will be collected through the on-screen poll. If you are in favor of the motion, please use the button at the bottom to raise your hand. So I have 8 votes in favor. The affirmative has it, and the motion is adopted. The 8 nominees are elected as directors of the Alliance for a 2-year term. Congratulations, everyone. All right, just resetting. The next item on the agenda is the review of the audited financial statements for the Alliance for its most recently completed fiscal year ending December 31st, 2022. Copies of these financial statements are available if you did not already obtain them. Are there any questions? There being no questions, we will proceed. The financial statements for the fiscal year of the Alliance ending December 31st, 2022 were audited by KPMG. KPMG have been contracted to act as the auditors of the Alliance for a 5-year period commencing with the December 31st, 2023 audit and expiring with the December 31st, 2027 audit. The members are accordingly being asked to pass a resolution ratifying and affirming the appointment of KPMG as the auditors of the Alliance for the current fiscal year ending December 31st, 2023. Would someone please move that the motion to ratify and affirm the appointment of KPMG as the auditors for the Alliance for the current fiscal year of the Alliance be adopted? Thank you, Darren. Will someone second the motion? Thank you, Leslie. It has been moved and seconded that the appointment of KPMG as the auditors of the Alliance for the current fiscal year of the Alliance be ratified and affirmed. Is there any discussion? There being no discussion, we are now voting on the motion to ratify and affirm the appointment of KPMG as the auditors of the Alliance for the current fiscal year. If you are in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. Okay, we've got 11 votes. The votes have been tallied. The affirmative has it, and the motion is adopted. The appointment of KPMG as the auditors of the Alliance for the current fiscal year is ratified and affirmed. The annual report provides you with a detailed account of the Alliance's accomplishments in 2022. The following video premiered at this morning's town hall outlines some of the year's highlights.
2022 was the year of transformation. After 2 years of opening and closing, we were able to offer more on-site support and services and training, launched our Pinnacle Awards in person, which was really a way to really engage our members and celebrate their success.
We are now working on an approach that provides an annual action plan around 4 pillars: resource development, training, consultative services, and of course the advocacy work that we do on behalf of employers to help them get whatever it is that they need. Certainly we saw how our advocacy really supported members through the pandemic.
We have used Manufacturing Safety Alliance quite a bit more than previously, and I think part of that is they have a basket of resources that we can pull from. We can go to for a lot of different things rather than going to multiple different vendors.
We are really focusing on how can we support the members on exactly what they need, and then bringing in the expertise. We've really spent a lot of time in recruiting some phenomenally talented people that have expertise from industrial hygiene, mental health, and ergonomics, because those are the real needs of employers today, and we can provide that on-site consultative services to really help them find unique solutions on-site.
We've done a lot of work with the Manufacturing Safety Alliance to improve health and safety. We use them for our gap analysis. They would come in and help us out with all that. We just did air testing, so they have a hygienist on staff. We chose the Safety Alliance because the hygienist actually came in, saw what we were going to be doing, and then knew exactly what they needed to do, where they were going, the whole idea, and then came back and did the testing.
Manufacturers that we've worked with from 2017 to 2021 has seen a 26% reduction in the injury rate. We've also seen a 15% reduction in the serious injury rate. And of course, at the end of the successful results, we see a successful financial impact.
We partnered with MSABC on really understanding on where we can actually complement the training program we have with actually the things that we're missing. It's been very successful for us to really partner with them.
Seeing the growth of our training programs has been impressive, and it certainly gets us excited about what we have to offer for our members, but also what we're going to offer our members in the future.
Factors Group has utilized a lot of the training resources through the Manufacturing Safety Alliance. We subscribe to their online learning portal, which offers a variety of online courses from combustible dust to confined space awareness.
We've made it a point to work closely with MSA since 2018, basically utilized every program that MSA has to offer.
One of the most positive changes over the last couple of years is that our team has been overwhelmed with a real need from our members. There is a real shortage of safety support or trained professionals in this area. And so we've been really seen as a solid resource for members. And it's really been quite exciting to see how much work we've been able to do. We're removing those orders, we're getting them situated to get ready for OC Core certification, seeing them get certified, and seeing the positive changes in the workplace.
When we convey the message that we reach out to the Alliance for some help, some resources, the employees know that we're taking things serious and they're expecting an outcome. It enables us to ensure that the workers have the buy-in from ourselves and that we are advocating for a better safety culture.
Our goal is to have enough qualified health and safety professionals to help support industry successfully with the right education, skills, and experience. So I'm inspired to know that we play a role in that to help industry, and leading by example is critical. To know that we are there to support industry to help build thriving, sustainable, psychological, and physical healthy workplaces.
Great video. I would like to invite Lisa McGuire, CEO, Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC, to speak.
Thank you, Nick. I would like to take a few minutes now to recognize the long-standing service of two board members, Nick Riak and Peter Jackson, who are retiring from the board this year after 6 years of service. Both of these directors have weathered some of the most challenging times our organization has experienced. Much has changed over the course of the 6 years through the pandemic, fires and floods, labor shortages, supply chain disruptions, and rising costs that have plagued our industry, creating levels of uncertainty that has been some of the highest levels we've seen in our history. And both of these directors continued providing their leadership and service to the mission of our organization. To Peter, thank you for your confidence in trialing a new product line, safety program services through your term, and of course, your diligence and holding the record for asking the most questions of any director in Alliance history. Your thoughtful and inquisitive nature will be missed by all. To Nick, thank you for taking the difficult plunge into the chair role. That was not easy to navigate, breaking ground on some new pathways at times that the Alliance has not been down before, and at a time where you as well made a new career path decision. Thank you for your perseverance and commitment to the Alliance, and me for your long hours and of course, hard work. It has been an extraordinary journey. And finally, to you both, thank you for your dedication and support towards advancing our vision here at the Alliance that aspires to create a culture that brings workers home safe and healthy every day. Without leaders like you to contribute to our mission, we could not achieve the accomplishments we've made over the years. Thank you for being part of an organization that works to build a better place for our teams, families, and communities, both for today and many tomorrows. I hope that we'll see your leadership in other health and safety leadership roles in our province. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words, Lisa. I think Peter and I both like to share some comments as well. So I'll turn it over to Peter first. Go for it, Peter.
Thanks, Nick. The end of my term is quite frankly bittersweet, as I've always looked forward to MSA board meetings and learning about all the various initiatives that are being pursued by Lisa and her team. The latest independent initiatives to expand related services have been, for me, particularly encouraging and provide some new opportunities specifically focused on today's workplace safety priorities. Quite frankly, I'm a little disappointed that I will no longer be hearing firsthand about progress on these exciting initiatives. The ability to learn and stay current with the ever-changing challenges that other board members are experiencing has been of great interest, and thank you all for sharing those with me for the last 6 years. Our board has changed as well and now is significantly more diverse, both in terms of professionals, not just in manufacturing per se, but now includes legal, union reps, financial expertise, which I feel has served to expand board perspectives and for me has been thought-provoking. While I'm now happily retired, yes, I'm guilty of being one of those boomers who contribute to the worker shortage, sorry. The last 5 years, I lived through the step change related to the challenge of finding both skilled and unskilled workers. At Magnum Trailer 10 years ago, quite frankly, safety was something that wasn't always a top priority. I still recall MSABC coming to my office and pitching on a program that included a gap analysis to help identify risks, followed by assistance in developing and documenting an all-encompassing safety program. From a strictly business perspective, the prospect of payback through a reduction in WorkSafe annual assessment made it an undeniable business proposition. What we, or more specifically I, missed was an unanticipated byproduct, and that was on worker engagement, of feeling a connection with our company's overall goals. As many of you know, worker retention is today a key metric given today's hiring challenges. Furthermore, injuries, and arguably to a greater extent in small businesses, inevitably disrupt production when skilled people are unable to come to work. In addition, our new focus and priority on safety had the added effect of bringing our teams closer together and indeed watching out for each other by calling out fellow team workers who might take on tasks that weren't safe and discourage them from doing so. Bottom line, I must credit MSABC's team with their help. Our environment saw a step change, not just specifically as it pertained to safety, but indeed improved business outcomes as well. While I'm sure the manufacturing environment will continue to evolve and change, let me thank the MSABC team for their efforts throughout my term on board. And I'm sure that MSABC is well positioned to address the future challenges of an ever-changing manufacturing environment. Thanks, Nick.
Great job, Peter. I'll miss those questions as well. But, maybe we can arrange something privately.
Yeah.
Well, I was reflecting as well, and it's hard to believe that I've been collaborating with the MSABC for over 10 years now. It all started with help when I received some WorkSafe BC orders, but quickly grew into additional training and ultimately support for OC certification. Certainly a career achievement that I'm very proud of. In 2017, I was invited to join the board and was elected board chair 2 years ago. Throughout this journey, I've had great opportunities to learn, network, and deepen my understanding of safety and safety culture. I wanted to express my appreciation to my fellow board members, past and present, for their support, advice, and shared dedication to safety as business leaders. It has been a pleasure to surround myself with like-minded individuals. Special thanks to Leslie and Darren for their executive level support, and congratulations to Vince on becoming the new board chair, assuming you get the votes. I also want to thank the amazing MSABC staff who work tirelessly behind the scenes to curate world-class training events. They are true professionals dedicated to this mission. Lastly, I want to express my deep gratitude to Lisa McGuire. From the organization's inception, Lisa's audacious vision has been a guiding light. Her experience, expertise, and leadership will continue to inspire as the organization moves forward. As they say in the Boy Scouts, try to leave this world a little better than you found it. The MSABC has certainly left me in a better spot than when I joined 6 years ago, and I hope I've lived up to the maxim during my tenure. I wish the MSABC continued success in their new adventures. With that being said, let's move on to our final section, other business. Is there any other business which may be properly brought before the meeting? There being no further business, I will request a motion by raised hand to terminate the meeting. Thank you, Vince. And a second. Thank you, Monica. It has been moved and seconded that the meeting be concluded. Is there any discussion? There being no further discussion, we are now voting on the motion to end the meeting. Those in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. Thank you. The motion is adopted. The Manufacturing Safety Alliance of BC Annual General Meeting is now terminated at 1:22 p.m. Thank you for participating.